dog is a man's best friend, a line famously known all around the world since almost the beginning of time. But that is not always true because they've been making friends with other animals too. When an animal's life isn't a struggle for survival, as it often is in wildlife, some predators may treat prey animals as companions rather than food, resulting in the most unusual animal friendships. And in most cases, female dogs have even served as de facto mothers to babies of other species. Regardless of the reason, extraordinary friendships like these dogs with animals are far more complex than many humans think. The fact that these friendships have been documented to spawn with dogs shows their pure and loving nature. Hey everyone, welcome to Dog Joy. In today's video, we're counting down the top most unlikely dog friends. Keep watching till the end because these incredible friendships are super adorable and not to miss. Bubbles the elephant and Bella the black Labrador. Bubbles, an African elephant, lives at Myrtle Beach Safari in South Carolina. Bubbles weighed only 300 pounds when she arrived in South Carolina, but she now weighs 9,000 pounds. Bubbles was discovered in Africa after her parents were found dead by poachers during a 20-year ivory poaching campaign. She was one of just a few elephants adopted. The rest, sadly, were freed or killed due to a lack of suitable facilities. Bubbles was barely 340 pounds and 42 inches tall when she arrived. She is now almost 9 feet tall and weighs over 4 tons. When a river was added to her property, Bubbles finally met her new pal Bella. Their friendship has blossomed to the point where they are now inseparable. They enjoy jumping and playing in the water together. Bubbles will grab the ball using her trunk, then throw it out, while Bella enjoys retrieving it and riding on Bubbles' back. Tinny the dog and Sniffer the fox. A wild fox named Sniffer and Tinny the dog met randomly one day in the woods and immediately became great pals. That's what happened when a Norwegian photographer, Torgeir Berg, and his German shepherd Tinny went for a walk and came across an abandoned young fox. Sniffer has been included in their walks in the woods ever since then, coming around and playing with Tinny. Berg now follows the cute pair through the woods as they run and play. Luckily for us, he carries his camera along to document these animal buddies' activities and finally sought guidance from Berit Helberg, who was a member of the same nature photography Facebook group, on how to publish his work. Helberg started to write stories to go along with the photos, and the two started publishing books on their incredible friendship. A quick Google search for Sniffer and Tinny and you'll find their fantastic books for children, which come highly recommended. The way these two adorable animals interact tells us that wild animals, which most of us fear, are sometimes much more similar to house pets than we realise. Talk the greyhound and Shrek the owl. Because of Talk the dog's strange friendship with Shrek the owl, we can confirm that not all canines would harm a bird, follow it around, or chew on it with their fangs. Talk and Shrek became friends when Talk was only 6 months old. Shrek was taken away from his mother because his handlers were scared she would eat him if she was stressed, which, believe it or not, can sometimes happen in nature. Shrek is free to explore the lounge as she works on her leg strength, and she frequently cuddles up to Talk on the couch. They usually sit together outside with Talk watching over his feathered little buddy. John, who is the owner of Talk, carefully introduced the duo, first by feeding Shrek her meals in the same room, and later by holding them close together so Talk could sense Shrek and socialise them together. John believes that Shrek's early encounters with dogs and humans served as excellent training and led to their incredible and unusual friendship. Fred the Labrador and Dennis the duckling. When Dennis the duckling's mother was attacked by a fox, the situation was grim for him. Dennis was found and rescued by Fred the Labrador and his owner Jeremy. Surprisingly, the Labrador took to the duckling right away and began cleaning and caring for it. Since then, Dennis and Fred have remained best friends. Fred must have a huge heart since this isn't the first time he cared for an orphan like Dennis the duck. He adopted a baby deer too. These unlikely friends now sleep, play and even swim in the local pond together. Fred has gone on to further adopt a group of 9 adorable baby ducklings more recently. Milo the dachshund and Bone Digger the lion. When it was discovered that Bone Digger, the lion cub, was struggling with a metabolic bone condition that rendered him disabled, Milo, a little dachshund, took him under his wing. When Milo felt the lion was crippled, he sought to calm and guard him. The 500-pound lion to this day is still best friends with Milo and his 2 other dachshund companions, Bullet and Angel, 5 years later. Animal experts have said that this is one of the most unlikely friendships ever witnessed in nature, and also incredibly adorable. Cassie the cheetah and Amtani the Labrador. A cheetah and a Labrador becoming great friends may appear to be the most unlikely of friendships. Despite how strange it may appear, these paw pals are keeping their friendship alive and well. Cassie and Emtani grew up together in the United States at Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay, Florida, spending their days together in the cheetah habitat. Their odd friendship was a joy to observe when they were little and even made the local news. Cassie began to wander away from Emtani as he approached adolescence, becoming more attracted to the female cheetahs nearby. Cassie now spends more time with other cheetahs, but the two remain close friends and frequently visit and play together. Mintu the dog and the baby monkey. A dog in distant northeastern Bangladesh became a local animal celebrity after rescuing a young monkey from furious locals and ended up nursing it back to health. According to Reza, a British Bangladeshi, the young monkey was barely a few days old when people took it from a group of monkeys that had destroyed a rice field. The next day, the abandoned monkey joined other puppies and began breastfeeding with Mintu. Mintu has since accepted the orphaned monkey as her own baby, and it now sleeps with Mintu and the other puppies. Whenever somebody bothers the baby monkey, who rides on Mintu's back and travels around the village, Mintu barks and reacts aggressively to protect him. Ever since, it seems like the baby monkey shows no signs of wanting to return to the wild. Roscoe the blue tick hound and Surya the orangutan. Surya and Roscoe lived in the United States at a rare and endangered species refuge. While orangutans are critically endangered, dogs are not. Roscoe had been with them ever since he followed Surya and her keeper to their place. He didn't seem to have any other options, so he chose to stay with Surya, and the two have remained great friends since then. Surya was born 7 years ago at the animal sanctuary, while Roscoe, who is believed to be roughly 2 years old, appeared out of nowhere one day. Though the pooch was wearing a collar, no one claimed him after they sought out the owner, and he found a new home and was adopted into the animal preserve. The unlikely duo are known to always swim together in an exquisite pool on the preserve's grounds. According to the owner, he is the only orangutan he knows that loves swimming. Kate the Great Dane and Pippin the deer. Pippin, a lonely baby fawn, was abandoned on Isabel Springett's land by the mother deer. Kate Isabel's Great Dane immediately accepted Pippin, and the two have been great friends ever since they met. Years ago, the two developed an extraordinary friendship. Photographer Isabel Springett of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, saw an orphaned fawn. Isabel welcomed the poor creature into her home to look after it. The unusual couple acted as if they were meant to be from the moment they met. An orphaned animal's life is far from easy. They have been deprived of their mother's love and development in their native habitat. As a result, when Isabel took in Pippin, the orphaned fawn, she had to adapt entirely to her new surroundings and make a new companion. Pippin found peace in the companionship of both Kate, the Great Dane, and Isabel, which helped the deer adjust to life in a new home easily. Friendship is a relationship between two individuals that involves some level of affection. The majority of friendships happen between animals of the same species or humans and other species. But every now and then we hear about two individuals with a difficult past creating an unusual relationship, and we can't help but feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So, which of these most unusual dog and animal friendships is your favourite? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please make sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. If you enjoy our channel, consider helping support us by visiting the Dog Joy shop. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.